Único, universal, universitarios, unidos. Todos somos iguales en una sola voz.
The Department of
Idiomas, Enseñanza y Diversidad Cultural presents
Culture Shock with your hosts, Mane,
Giselle, Lore,
and B. Let's get started.
Hello and welcome to another session of Culture Shock. We're approximate to the end of Culture Shock. We just
That's a very, very sad thing.
I know, we just have 3 shows left. That's
Two.
really sad. Like, with this one it's 3.
Consider that this one is over.
Then we have 2 left. That's so sad. Alright. But, anyway. So, we have a small cabin today. And, we're talking about... Well, the topic of today is a doctor's office. Alright? So, we have our guest. We have Edith Luna today.
Hi.
So, introduce yourself, Edith.
Hello, my name is Edith. I'm studying Idiomas, Enseñanza y Diversidad Cultural, 2nd semester.
All right. So, Edith, you were telling me the other day that you had a intercultural experience when we talk about medicine, right?
Yeah, I live in Central America for 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
What?
I served a
I
mission.
thought it was less.
Like voluntary and in the center of the city and outside, like the coast.
In which country?
And I live in Guatemala 18 months and Salvador 3 months and Nicaragua the rest of the year.
Wow, that's a lot. And in like which program did you went with?
I serve like missionary or part of the church that exists, and is a program to serve, to help people to for education and for help be autosuficientes.
Self-efficient.
Self-efficient.
This.
So you know the name of the program, right?
Eh?
You know the name of the show?
Culture shock.
Yes, and you know what a culture shock is?
Okay, so I'm gonna take that as a no.
Yeah, tell the definition, Victor.
No, actually, another host just arrived, so please speak.
I'm taking a breath, Victor. I came running, sorry for being late here. What do I have to explain? Culture shock?
What is culture shock?
Well, culture shock is like, for example, when you go to another country that is not yours, and you're like, you don't know what to do. Like, you're in a shock about culture.
About culture.
About culture.
Forget it. Culture shock is when you go to another place and different things are happening there, traditions, norms, values, people, everything is different. So you don't know what to do and you're stuck in there with your previous traditions, but with new ones in the place you are at the moment. So did you experience anything like that?
Yeah. In the beginning, when I traveled to Guatemala in the first, the vocabulary is so different. Just it's Spanish, but it's so different. And yeah, to finish to the end to the 2 years, I come back here in Mexico and I talked words like cabal, calidad, chapín, calidad, me cae super, words like that. That is here is common say shido, super.
Shido.
Shidori.
But yeah.
And that was the only one? The only culture shock?
What about food? Maybe you miss tacos or something.
The food is different. In Central America, the people don't eat spice food because there is no typical, and the food is completely different. Uh, for example, in the coast, like Puerto Barrios, it's a
Frontier.
frontier with Honduras. It's so tortillas de harina like hot and made. It's different, yeah. And the people, it's different. It's more cold than Mexican people are.
Okay.
They're more what?
Colder.
Cold.
So once you've talked about your experience there with culture, could you please tell us why you think that we considered you for today's show when we talk about medicine and stuff?
Because I had chikungunya for like 2 months in Central America.
Okay. Well, when you were sick over there, do you like knew what to do in that case, like in that instant?
No, in the beginning, no, because the women that like voluntaries, we use always skirts.
Skirts.
And men's always use
Jeans?
Pants.
jeans. And pants. And chikungunya is no, it's a rare, a train sick in Central America, and I don't know what's difficult because no, it no was dengue, it no was Zika, just chikungunya. It's so different.
And what about the symptoms? Because here in Mexico, when we hear something about chikungunya, it's like, oh my God, she or he has been touched by the devil. Don't speak to him, anything. So what happens when you get chikungunya?
Oh my gosh. I started to the symptoms in Wednesday. My leg started to pain me, and we walk all day. And in that day, I can walk because my leg. And for the rest of the day, they start my other leg with pain, before my arms, before my eyes are was so red, before my skin was so and with puntos rojos por donde quiera. Eso fue lo más feo.
Have you ever thought that you were going to die there? I mean, you got the sickness. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm going to die.
Oh my God. Okay.
And for the second day that I have chikungunya, yeah, I can sleep. I can wake up with my bed. I can sit down. I can. No, I really have to have. I don't know. Have
You can
somebody
say it in
help me
Spanish
to.
if you want.
Somebody help me to wake up and stand up. Really,
Really?
I can't walk in.
And like, how was the medicine over there?
Just because we was voluntaries and the different country, the doctor don't just give me is acetaminophen.
And that's it.
Ibuprofeno. Just
What about betamethasone?
no. Ese no.
And someone give you
Ese
like
no me lo
a
recetaron.
home medicine? Like someone from there?
Like homemade medicine.
Yeah.
What about
You told me.
teas and stuff?
You told me about like lemon water, right?
Yeah, the person we live, in the morning all day, they give me water of lemon.
And why was that?
I like it before it's so hot in Guatemala, so it's refresh for me. Was refresh for me.
Okay, and what do you learn about this experience?
That chikungunya, I don't like it. Never.
I don't want to have it again.
Yeah,
It's not good.
never in my life we have had dengue, Zika, and when we travel to other country, start to with chikungunya. It's not cool. Really, I hate this.
Is it that bad as Mexican government made us believe?
Like what?
That bad. I mean, chikungunya is that bad that anyone has it and something like that.
I don't know.
Is it that common?
No,
Okay.
it's not common. En Centroamérica, yes, hubo una etapa en que sí era muy común. De hecho, yo viví en una colonia en donde era la principal colonia en todo
It was trending topic.
Centroamérica que tenía chikungunya. O sea, era la donde invernaba el virus, yo creo. Pero no sé si es tan malo para el gobierno.
Okay,
Alright.
thank you.
Edith, thank you so much for coming. We need to go to commercials, so thank you very much for coming and taking the time. And okay, we're going to commercials and we'll be back with our second
If you
guest.
think that she's interesting, you can find her. In
Yeah.
Zach.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We'll come back in a few minutes.
Stay with us.
Único, universal, universitarios, unidos. Todos somos iguales en una sola voz.
UPAEP, rumbo al 50 aniversario. Misión.
Crear corrientes de pensamiento y formar líderes que transformen a la sociedad en la búsqueda de la verdad, integrando fe, ciencia y vida. Valores.
Junto a la verdad, el bien y la belleza, nuestra universidad sostiene como valores rectores la dignidad de la persona humana, la libertad, la solidaridad, la subsidiariedad, la congruencia, el respeto, el amor y la justicia. Visión.
Somos una comunidad universitaria fraterna, congruente, alegre y comprometida, que es referente en la conjunción del pensamiento humanista, cristiano y las ciencias, que forma integralmente líderes con alta calidad profesional y compromiso social. Contribuye a la transformación de la sociedad con propuestas pertinentes, orientadas a la consecución del bien común. Tiene presencia e influencia en los ámbitos local, regional, nacional e internacional. Centra la gestión en la persona y optimiza los recursos al servicio de la misión institucional. Líneas rectoras.
Atreverse a vivir congruentemente nuestra identidad, como ejemplo de virtud en el servicio, con respeto y amor al prójimo, para la transformación social en orden al bien común.
Privilegiar a través de la academia la formación humanista cristiana en busca de la excelencia científica y profesional, con pensamiento universal y trascendencia social.
Crear sistemas académicos de auténtica pertinencia social, a través de la docencia, investigación y extensión, para enriquecer la cultura y participar en la solución de los problemas fundamentales del país.
Involucrarse en la formación y desarrollo intercultural de la comunidad universitaria a través de ámbitos y vínculos de internacionalización.
De confianza, colaboración y servicio, dentro de una cultura de austeridad, transparencia y evaluación. UPAEP, rumbo al 50 aniversario.
sonido de lo natural está de vuelta. No te pierdas todos los martes en punto de las 13 horas tu programa BIOS. Con nuevas secciones, entrevistas, enlaces telefónicos, transmisiones en vivo y mucho más. BIOS, el sonido de lo natural está de vuelta. No te lo pierdas todos los martes en punto de las 13 horas.
Hello there. We're back at Culture Shock.
Oh no. Hey there, so we're back to Culture Shock, and now we're gonna introduce our second guest. His name is Humberto Lopez, and he's a professor of English here. So, hi, how are you doing?
Hi, everybody. I'm fine, and thanks for inviting me today.
So, Professor, tell us something about yourself.
Well, believe it or not, I am a lawyer. I graduated in WAP school, but I started teaching English as a hobby, actually, but then I liked it, and finally decided to dedicate my life to teaching English.
Really?
And yes, and later I studied a master's degree in education, which is more according to what I do, right? And
Yeah.
Mane, so that's your future.
No, because actually that's funny because I live in Atlisco, and I work in the English school there, and the principal of the school is also a lawyer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
and she decided to study laws, but then it was just like the same story, you know?
Yeah.
And she became principal of the English school.
That's good, eh? You see?
That's really funny.
Who became principal?
Like in the school I work in
Atlisco.
Atlisco, the principal is a lawyer as well.
Interesting. eh?
Yeah.
And I know many people that study law and they also teach English.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. But I like it. And I actually have been teaching for about 20 years.
20 years now
Uh-huh.
already.
More or less.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's so much.
Yeah, I know.
Great. So, Professor, you said that you had some trips to Sweden.
That's right. Actually, I was an exchange student for 1 year, like some years ago.
Wow, and like, in which program?
It was AFS. I don't know if you know it. It's American Field Service. It has been around for around probably 80 or 90 years now. It started after World War II as a program to promote peace among nations. But I don't know, it's very famous around the world. I don't know if you know
I
it.
think
It's
I heard
AFS.
of it.
It's actually, the logo is kind of blue and only the three letters, AFS.
Maybe I have heard of it
Mhm.
because it sounds familiar, the story of the Second World War too.
Uh-huh.
We'll look it up.
Yeah, I will look it up.
You can, and it's very big actually. So.
Great. And how was your experience in Sweden?
It was great. Actually, it was something really different from what we have here in Mexico. That's why I chose Sweden, because I wanted to live a different experience. You know, something that was like opposite to our country.
Oh, okay, of course. And like, okay, so you know what's the name of the show, right?
Yes, Culture Shock, right?
Great. And do you know what a culture shock is?
Yes, I think so.
And did you experience any culture shock?
Oh my God, a lot of them. All right. I don't know. First, for example, one of that I remember is the first day. I mean, the first morning that I woke up there, and then they called me for breakfast, and I was like pleased to see all those food over there, right?
Mhm.
But then they told me, oh, you can make yourself a sandwich or whatever you want. And you know, a sandwich in Mexico, how it is, right? You put one piece of bread, and you put mayonnaise or butter or whatever,
Avocado.
and then you put ham. I mean, then you put maybe tomato, avocado.
Yeah.
I mean, it turns to be like a
The
kind
bigger
of,
the
kind
better.
of thick, right? Exactly.
Alright, good.
So then that's what I did. I took everything that I could from the table, and I was about to bite my sandwich when I look up, and everybody was staring at me like, "What are you doing?" And everybody like, "I'm eating a sandwich." And they say, "Is that a sandwich?" And yes, because for them the sandwich is only one piece of bread, butter, and one ingredient, and that's it.
Yeah.
Not even a cover, right?
Yeah.
And my sandwich was like very thick, and they were like, "Oh my God!" And I was like, "Oh, sorry." But then I ate it, no. But then I understood that, well, that was different from
I
the
think
culture,
that's
right?
one of the main reasons why Mexico is one of the most overweight nations.
I guess
The
eh?
two-breaded sandwich.
That's right, and that was not there, right? Another thing that I remember is that to say hello, they don't even shake hands. I mean, maybe the first time, but later they just, hi, hey, hi, how are you? And that's it. And in Mexico,
So-
you know, we are like very
Yeah, the
effusive,
hug and
right?
the three
No,
palms
yeah.
in the back.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's one of the biggest culture shock we have because we're pretty friendly actually.
That's right.
So yeah, I think it's one of the most.
Yeah, and at school it was even worse because the first time everybody was so nice, obviously like, hey, welcome here, but that's it, no? Then nobody spoke to you, and it was like, okay. And then I had to approach them to talk to them because otherwise they wouldn't do it. They are, I don't know if they are kind of a closed society that they don't accept foreigners so that easy, right? I mean, they do if you approach them, if you try to do something, but if you don't, they will never invite you to do something.
Wow.
So it was difficult. It was difficult at the beginning.
That's
I wanted
crazy.
to return actually.
Great.
Yeah.
So while being there in Sweden, did you have any trouble with like health relation?
Oh my God. Yeah, I remember. Actually, it was the second week I was there. It was terrible. I had a stomachache that night, I remember, but it was really intense.
Yeah.
So I was trying to relax and try to, to come over it, but it was impossible. So I woke up the family, that's the mother and the father that I was living with, and I told them that I had this terrible stomachache. I was able to speak English, not as well as now, but I could express myself, and I actually had like a kind of dictionary, in the dictionary in Swedish, and it has how to say I have a stomachache, right?
Great.
So I show them and I say, and they would, oh my God, okay. And then they called the doctor. The doctor came to the apartment. He checked, and then he said that I had to I had to go to the hospital, and I was like, why? And they told me they didn't really know, but they had to analyze, and it was better in the hospital. And I was okay. Then we went to the hospital, and that's where the thing was like really bad because actually I think the stomachache disappeared because I was so nervous maybe. and then the doctor started checking me at the hospital. But another thing that they had is that when they finish speaking, when they say something, they go like all the time. They say it's like if I finish now. And then you speak, and then you say, and like that, right? So you know that in Mexico, when you say something bad,
yeah,
the other person reacts like, no?
Yeah.
So you were really scared there.
The doctor was like, I don't know what, because I didn't know any Swedish, so they were la 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 la, and then the father, the father of the family was like, and then the father spoke, and the doctor, and they were like that, and I was like, oh my God, am I gonna die here or what?
Am I gonna die?
Yeah, right. And that was really terrible because I didn't know what was going on, and then they. All the conversations they had was like, and they say, "Oh my God, I'm really that bad," but no, that's later I found out that it was a common thing that they do. I don't know why they do it, but they do it. And then they told me that they thought that it was my appendix, and finally it wasn't. They took me some studies or something like that, and finally nothing happened. They only asked me if they had to operate on me, if I had. Or my parents would accept or agree with that, and I say, yeah, no problem. They had no problem. If it's necessary, well, what can I do? I mean, I'm here. I'm not gonna go back and maybe die on the airplane, right?
Yeah.
And then they say, okay, but then they check. I stayed there for a couple of hours, and they say, no, it was okay. You can go. And I never had that pain again.
Really?
But I was really scared because of that. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Right. That was really something.
And did you have like an insurance, like a travel insurance?
Yeah. Well, the organization has this insurance.
Oh,
course.
okay.
Yeah, so I didn't have to. For that, there weren't any problems. They reached the organization in that city, and then they just fixed it. So it was not a problem. That was good. Because you not imagine.
No, I was going to ask that the bill after the sickness.
No, imagine, right? Imagine.
Because
No.
when I was on my exchange, I lost my insurance.
Oh my God.
So I was like really scared because I was like, I don't want anything to happen to me because I'm not gonna pay for anything.
No,
of
and it's
this.
very expensive.
I
Very
know.
expensive.
That's why I was really really scared because I lost my insurance.
Yeah, right.
But
it's
that was
very
because I
expensive.
was really like stupid. That
Well,
was like
it
my
happens.
mistake.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we are young, we sometimes do some things like that, no?
Yeah.
But okay.
So, like, how would you describe the health system in Sweden?
In Sweden? Oh,
Yes.
it's really good, eh? Actually, all the health system is free. I mean, for the Swedish people. As I was a foreigner, of course, they had like maybe to charge something for the insurance or things like that. But I mean, for everybody, it's free. Everybody has access to this health system. It's really, really good. In general, her social system is really good and very organized. I don't know. Somebody even told me once that they are like the perfect country because nothing happens there, nothing even wrong.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like-
that they shut down a lot of prisons there because
That's
they
why.
have no interns.
Exactly, right? It's like actually some of my friends over there, they say, Sweden is very boring because nothing ever happens here. It's like it's like we are living in Wonderland or something. I don't know. But it's really good. The health system is really good. I mean, you receive assistance immediately. The doctors are all the time there. The equipment, everything is good. The medicine, the I don't know, all the technology that they use is really good.
Great.
Yeah.
Because I had a quite similar problem when I was 15. I went to Europe with my cousin and my aunt, and we were in Paris, and we were like watching the Eiffel Tower at night, and there was something like you could take a picture, but there was like a fence, but you could
Okay.
jump the fence.
Okay.
But
And
there were
you,
like,
as a nice Mexican, I'm sure
Everybody
you
was-
did it.
everybody was
Yeah.
jumping the fence. Everybody
That
was
doesn't mean that
doing
you have
it.
to do it. I mean, if there's a fence, that means that you cannot pass it.
There is a
Everybody was
reason,
jumping
no?
the
Why?
fence.
That's the reason they think what they think about us as Mexicans.
But everyone was doing it.
And you have to do it.
Yes, because of the perfect picture. So my cousin was a little scared because of the policeman. So she was like trying to jump the fence, but she fell, and her leg got stuck in the fence,
Oh.
and he like kind of broke it.
Kind of.
Because it wasn't broken. It was like, but I don't know how to say it in English.
Fisura.
No, esguince.
I don't know how to say that.
I don't know either. Like kind of
Let me look it up.
like between a broken leg and a twisted leg,
Uh-huh.
like the combination of both.
Yeah.
So, well, that happened, and we went to, but we didn't have travel insurance because we were supposed to be there just for a week.
Mm.
So we thought it wasn't necessary, and then we had that accident, but it was like almost
Sprain.
midnight. Sprain?
Sprain.
Ah, that's right.
Sprain. Good. All right, I'm gonna remember that. So it was almost midnight, and we didn't have like anywhere to go, and like we call a cab. And the cab didn't want to take us to the hospital because my cousin was like
Hurt.
Yeah. So we have to wait for another one, and my cousin was shouting and screaming and crying.
Oh my god.
And then we get to the hospital, and they say, no, she's a minor. We can't accept her here. You need to go to the minor hospital.
Oh my
Hospital
god.
para los super pequeñitos.
Yes! And it was the other way of the city, like across the city.
Wow.
And it was like a completely chaotic night. But I think we kind of solved it, but it was completely crazy.
Yeah, I guess.
It was a crazy night.
Yeah, and that happens. You are in a country that is not yours, and you don't know what to do, who to ask for, and anything like that.
Yes, and we didn't speak any French.
Exactly.
Quel dommage, mon ami.
I know. So, okay. So talking about the health system in Sweden, would you compare it to Mexico?
The health system to
Yes.
Mexico? Oh my god, that's a difficult
Like if you
one.
compare both health systems, which one do you think?
Well, I mean, Mexican social security system in Mexico. I mean, what can I say? The organization and the law that it regulates is really good. I mean, it's really good. The problem has been obviously the corruption and all the problems that we have. But I mean, for example, social security system in Mexico has the best, or we can say the state-of-the-art technology for operations and things like that. Actually, many people, even many people that have access to private hospitals and things, sometimes they prefer the social security in Mexico because they have the state-of-the-art and the best doctors. I mean, it's good. The problem is that they don't have maybe the organization to assist all the people, right? All the people that have access to this, or that have the right to go to the social security. I don't know, but I think it's good. I mean, the problem is that it's not working totally well. That's the problem.
yeah.
Actually, Sweden is ranked third by the Commonwealth Fund about their healthcare system. In the entire globe, Sweden is in third place
You
with a
see?
high proportion of doctors. So
You see what I mean? You see
just
what
to
I mean?
talk about it,
You see what I mean? It's very good, the health system.
Yeah. So one last question.
Yeah,
What would you think could happen if you were in Mexico in that situation?
in the same situation.
Yes.
Well, it depends.
And if
right?
you were also like a foreign.
Oh my god. If
Yeah,
I
because
were-
as a Mexican it will be easier, but if you were
Mhm.
foreign,
if I
but
were
also as a
foreign-
Mexican, that would depend on your economic
Exactly.
level.
That's what I was. Gonna
That's a
say.
shame.
yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a shame, but that's what I'm gonna say. If you have access to a private hospital, probably it wouldn't have happen anything wrong. I mean, as long as you pay,
Sure.
you get the service. But if you had gone to the social security system, because I have been in those situations, and you go and even you are almost dying, they say, "Oh, you have to wait. You have to wait. You have to wait." And
Yeah.
really, you are waiting there for 1, 2, 3 hours. I have seen pregnant woman almost burying the child, and the doctor still, "No, you have to wait. You have to wait." And it's like, oh my God. Probably, I mean, if it's really something intense and something really bad, probably you would die. I mean,
Maybe.
or something bad really, or something more complicated will occur to you. No?
Sure. So, like, if you were foreign in this situation, what could have happened?
I don't know. The thing is that if you're a foreign, the Social Security charges a lot of money. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Even for Mexicans, if you are not like, if you don't have the right to go to the Social Security, they charge you like a lot of, even more expensive than the most expensive hospital.
Yeah.
So probably, if you have a good economy as a foreign, then you go to a private hospital. Better in Mexico, I think.
Yeah, I think it's better. It's a shame, you know.
Yeah, I know.
It's really bad that we have to, like, the health system depends on your economic level.
Yeah, and many things in Mexico. Actually.
Yeah, no. Also, I think that one of the main reasons the health system here is not that good is that somehow they related health system with pensiones and stuff. So doing that mixture was the thing that
it complicates the thing. Yeah,
Yes.
I know. It complicates the thing.
Okay, Professor, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you took your time. So we're going to commercials and then we'll back to the last segment of the show.
Thanks for inviting me. It was a pleasure.
U-Radio, la licenciatura en Humanidades y el Departamento de Capacitación y Desarrollo de Talentos, en colaboración con Brigadas Móviles de Cultura ACE, invitan los meses de marzo, abril y mayo al ciclo de conferencias y talleres. Desarrollo de competencias multiculturales. Un proyecto de la UPAEP para impulsar el desarrollo de competencias y responder a las necesidades del mundo. Cupo limitado. Para mayores informes, marca el 2299-400, extensión 7711, o escríbenos a mariadelourdes.salvador@upaep.mx. El sonido de lo natural está de vuelta. No te pierdas todos los martes en punto de las 13 horas tu programa BIOS. Con nuevas secciones, entrevistas, enlaces telefónicos, transmisiones en vivo y mucho más. BIOS, el sonido de lo natural está de vuelta. No te lo pierdas, todos los martes en punto de las 13 horas.
La Clave es un programa para líderes del futuro. No te lo pierdas todos los martes de 3 a 4 por U-Radio.
UPAEP, rumbo al 50 aniversario. Misión.
Crear corrientes de pensamiento y formar líderes que transformen a la sociedad, en la búsqueda de la verdad, integrando fe, ciencia y vida. Valores.
Junto a la verdad, el bien y la belleza, nuestra universidad sostiene como valores rectores la dignidad de la persona humana, la libertad, la solidaridad, la subsidiariedad, la congruencia, el respeto, el amor y la justicia. Visión.
Somos una comunidad universitaria fraterna, congruente, alegre y comprometida, que es referente en la conjunción del pensamiento humanista, cristiano y las ciencias, que forma integralmente líderes con alta calidad profesional y compromiso social. Contribuye a la transformación de la sociedad con propuestas pertinentes, orientadas a la consecución del bien común. Tiene presencia e influencia en los ámbitos local, regional, nacional e internacional. Centra la gestión en la persona y optimiza los recursos al servicio de la misión institucional. Líneas rectoras.
Atreverse a vivir congruentemente nuestra identidad, como ejemplo de virtud en el servicio, con respeto y amor al prójimo, para la transformación social en orden al bien común.
Privilegiar a través de la academia la formación humanista cristiana en busca de la excelencia científica y profesional. con pensamiento universal y trascendencia social.
Crear sistemas académicos de auténtica pertinencia social, a través de la docencia, investigación y extensión, para enriquecer la cultura y participar en la solución de los problemas fundamentales del país.
Involucrarse en la formación y desarrollo intercultural de la comunidad universitaria a través de ámbitos y vínculos de internacionalización.
Lograr ambientes de confianza, colaboración y servicio, dentro de una cultura de austeridad, transparencia y evaluación. UPAEP, rumbo al 50 aniversario.
Si te gustan los animales,
Zoológica es el espacio radiofónico que esperabas. Escúchanos a través de U-Radio.
todos los jueves de 11 a 12 horas a partir del 2 de febrero.
Aquí nos escuchamos.
Único, universal, universitarios, unidos. Todos somos iguales en una sola voz.
Hello there. We're back at Culture Shock.
So, we're back in our third and last segment, and we're going to discuss different things about medicine. A lot of people think that medicine, as we know it, is the best way to heal the body and stuff, but there are different alternatives that are known as alternative medicines, or things like that. So, first of all, before I tell you the different ways that a lot of nations and cultures have to heal their bodies, what do you think about those types of
like alternative medicine
stuff?
I think, I don't know, there are so alternative ways of using medicine. Some of them don't seem like really trusty.
As an example, one.
For example, with teas, my dad is that kind of person. My dad and my grandmother is one of those people who's like, I have a cough. Hey, take this tea of bougainvillea and lemon and garlic and honey, and you'll be fine. And I don't think that helps. I think it helps, but it doesn't like heal completely the problem. I think that's why some of the alternative ways of medicine is not that trusty.
What about you, Yes?
Well, I think they're like fine because all the time medicine like it really could affect your your system, and like you said, like maybe they don't heal like everything, but they help like a little bit. Like for example, if a stomach ache, my grandma used to say like take a tea of ruda, I don't know, manzanilla, and like that. Well,
but I don't think like a tea could solve a whole problem, you know?
I think it used to. I mean, back in the days, I don't know, like 300 years ago, before penicillin and stuff were discovered, teas were the only way that people had to heal themselves. So they were enough to face and combat bacteria and stuff. But as technology evolved, medicines got stronger, and bacteria did the same thing. So I think that nowadays bacteria can only be combated, faced by fighted by normal medicine. The other things are not as useful as they used to be. Maybe like prevent or help a little bit, but not be the main thing that can cure you.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I'm not saying it's bad or completely useless. I'm just saying that it's not like the solution of the whole problem.
Yeah,
okay.
With food and things and teas, I know people that had cancer and they had chemotherapies, but next to them they have teas and stuff. So it's like something that could help you, but
sure.
What about using animals like medicine? Like for example, like you mentioned how you call cancer. I've heard that if you something about snakes that helps cure cancer.
Really?
Yes.
Like how?
You drink the poison and that's it.
Problem solved. I also heard with animals. But how? How would you know that?
It's the same thing as with, I don't know, a fruit. Fruit has a lot of vitamins. This animal can have some proteins that may help you. But the problem is that when you have cancer, you cannot eat red meat and stuff. So that should be taken into consideration and go with the doctor.
Because I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I've heard also about a snake that his poison is not like deadly, so it's actually good. But I don't know like in which way. I can't remember that one. But yeah, I heard something like that.
For the ones that are listening, don't do it.
If you see a snake in your house, just don't touch it. All right, don't try to heal yourself with the poison. What other alternative medicines?
Yeah, I've got 11 alternative medicines.
11?
Yeah, here. 11. Alternative medicine is not just like cheese. I mean, there are different ways. So, one of the most common ones is an ancient Chinese tradition, acupuncture. The use of needles, they stuck it into your body, and that's the way to heal it. What do you think about it?
But how does it work? Why? Because they're supposed to pinch your nerves, right?
Yeah, the thing goes into your skin. This activates electrical stimulation, and that's something that I think that acupuncture is not that good for illnesses. Maybe for muscular pain.
Yes, that's what I heard. Like maybe not for the immunological system.
Immunological system.
But it can help to relieve the stress and muscle pains.
I think that the alternative medicines that I have here are the ones that help you with those problems, not with, I don't know, a flu.
Yeah, with a cough or something like that.
Another one is acupressure. It's similar to acupuncture, but instead they don't use needles. They use their hands and elbows like a massage.
Okay, but that's not medicine. Why would you count it as an alternative medicine?
Because that's the way that people from China, Asian regions, Japan and things solve their problems.
But with massages?
Yeah, with massages.
That's weird.
Also, I've got aromatherapy.
I've heard about it.
Exactly that. They use essential oils, like from leaves and seeds and plants, to promote the healing. They can be inhaled or massaged into the skin. Or you can eat it, drink it. Some of them are used to treat inflammation or infections. Others promote relaxation, as I said before. They help you relax the body and enter it calm, take out the stress, and then your body feels better.
What would you prefer, Victor?
About what?
Which kind of medicine?
Between acupuncture and massage or aromatherapy.
I love massages. I mean, when you just lay down in the bed and then they start doing your back. Oh my god. I love.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You feel so relaxed, and then you get out. You get up and you get out of the room, and then you are, I don't know, lighter. You feel lighter.
Yeah. Massages hurt for me.
Really?
They hurt. I don't know why they hurt. Sometimes massagers are really aggressive. Sometimes. I really prefer aromatherapy. Have you tried it?
No.
Have you, Victor?
What?
Have you tried aromatherapy?
Never.
It's so good. You should try it once.
Why?
Because it really makes you relax. My head was hurting one day, and my mom was making she loves massages as well. So she was going to get a massage, and I was with her. And the girls on the spot told me oh, we have this for your head, for your headache. Would you like to try it? And it was aromatherapy. I lay down in a bed, and they put me I was blindfolded, and they started to put some sprays in my arms and in my legs, and it was so relaxing, like seriously, really relaxing, and my head would stop hurting.
Really?
Yeah. So I say that's why you should try it. It's really cool.
Yeah, but for, I don't know, not such a main illness.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about like maybe small illnesses.
Yeah, I think
right?
that if your leg is broken, I bet that it's not going to
That's not
heal
gonna
itself
help,
just
yeah.
like with
Of
smelling
course.
some plants. Also, there's another one called balneotherapy.
How?
Balneotherapy.
All right.
It involves water, and it dates back from the 1700 before Christ. So it has a long story, and the water benefits the skin, and it treats conditions like acne or stuff like that. And I think that the main thing here is that water is used to clean the body. So we have a lot of toxins, and the water takes it out. So I think that it works because water is like the fountain of life. So it's useful, and I think that it can be used next to a medical stated thing.
Yeah. What other one do you have?
Homeopathy. I
I've heard
bet
of it.
you've heard of
Wait,
it.
Don't tell me. I've heard of it. It's with rocks? No?
No.
Damn
It's
it.
like a vaccine. Vaccines against the flu. These vaccines have flu bacteria and virus, but in a smaller way. So vaccines inject the flu virus, but with small proportions of that. So our immunological system uses it to create antibodies.
Okay.
So this thing uses the same principle, which is treating like with like. So if you have the flu, I'm going to treat you with flu virus. That's in normal medicine. But here in homeopathy, they use small substances and more natural ones. So you can take a capsule with natural things, and that's supposed to heal you.
Okay, I just making a small parenthesis as you were talking, Karen, about like the snakes. I found out something, and it says that a protein in the venom of a Malayan pit can help treat strokes and prevent blood clots. Did you know that?
No.
It's awesome. While getting bitten by a venomous snake isn't deal, using their venom to treat illnesses has been found effective. A protein called ancrot, found in the Malayan spit viper's venom, can dissolve blood clots that causes strokes for as long as 6 hours after stroke symptoms begin. So you can treat strokes with the venom of a snake.
Yes, I mean, the pills that we have right now come from plants from 500 years ago.
Yeah.
So just like made in a lab.
Yeah.
The same thing, but synthetic.
Sure. And also dog saliva can heal wounds.
Would you? Well, not just dog saliva. Your saliva heals wounds.
As well, right?
Yeah, that's the reason why when we have a cut in our finger, we put our finger into our tongue.
Really?
Yeah.
But why?
Because it's like a reflex, and our
medicine,
our main and most primitive part of the brain knows that when you cut yourself and then you put saliva, it's going to heal, because our saliva has a lot of bacteria.
Wow, crazy.
There's this one, reflexology. Reflexology. I thought it involved when you reflected about the things that you did, but no, it's
Why
about.
do I have a cough?
Yeah, it's like the reflex that our body has. You know that when you go to the doctor and then they have this hammer and then they do this movement in your ankle, in your knee, your knee gives a kick.
Yeah, there's a reflection.
Yeah, those kind of reflections. This theory says that if you apply pressure in a spot of the arc of your foot, I mean, your foot is here in the arc, then you are going to solve your bladder
Yes,
functions.
I've heard of it. Like foot massages.
Food?
Not as a massage, but pressure, like actual
Yes.
pressing it. It's this
yeah.
thing that, well, my grandma said that if you had problems with your, I don't know,
Throat?
no, with the two balls that you have in the throat.
Amygdalas?
If you have amygdalas issue, and then they just give you a massage in this part of the arm, in a part of the arm, and then they press it, it would crack, and then you will be without the illness. You will be.
Also, you've
help.
had a headache. You could use between this finger and this finger.
The thumb.
The thumb and the index. So you put like this, and you make pressure, and then your head will stop hurting.
That's reflexology.
When your stomach or something, how you call it, cuando estás empanchado or something like that?
And you have like a stomach ache.
Something like that. Some people do like something on your back.
Yeah, in your
pull it.
back they pull the skin, and if it cracks, then your empacho
Yeah.
ends.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom, she told me that I was a little, and then I had this stomach ache and I would throw up everything. So she did that, and I got fixed.
And does it work?
Yeah, she claims it worked.
Wow.
Yes,
That's crazy.
it is.
That's good. And what other ones you have?
Also, this is like a more, I don't want to say paranormal, metaphysic, astrology thingy, Reiki.
Okay.
Reiki uses energy.
Uh-huh.
Healing based on the idea that life force is energy and life has energy, and energy flows around us. So that says that we have energy going on in this room. So when you add energy, this Reiki person transfers energy to the client by placing their hands on the client's body, and with the movement of placing it, the energy flows, and then you get better. You heal.
Oh.
It proposes relaxation, speed healing, reduces pain, and improves the health of the client.
That's great. Nice. Okay, so unfortunately we ran out of time today. So okay, we have a really interesting talk. I'm really into this.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You just can't
So-
hide it.
Alright, so we'll see you next week with cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, so you have to explain to me.
Sure, we'll discuss about that. Okay, thank you very much for hearing us. Make sure to spread the word. We are here every Thursday from 2 to 3.
With just 2 more Thursdays, so your opportunity to listen to this show.
To these
it's going
beautiful
be over.
voices.
And maybe if you were interested about the song that you heard about this new band, Libre Albedrío, maybe you can listen to it one more time.
Great.
So we'll tell you.
Alright, thank you very much for listening, guys. See you next week. Bye.
Shalom. Au revoir.
Shalom.